Hello, and thanks for joining us for the final video in our series on the 4 Ds of navigation. So far we've looked at direction, distance and duration. In this video we're going to be concentrating on description. The walking maps we use in the UK are some of the most detailed and accurate anywhere in the world. Having a really keen eye for the detail on the map will really help you to stay on track in the great outdoors. Having said that, a really good place to start is put away your map and stop looking at it. I think if you have 5 minutes to figure out where you are, you should spend the first 4 minutes looking around you, gathering some information, and then the last minute back on the map, trying to place yourself there. It is worth taking a look at the map though, finding the key, and taking a bit of time to familiarise yourself with some of the most common symbols. There are a whole range of symbols on the map, and if you can identify them at a glance, it's going to make your life a lot easier when you're actually out trying to navigate. Next tip though is to get out on the ground and explore more, to see what the symbols actually look like in real life. A great example of that is public rights of way. Marked as green dashes on an OS 1 to 25,000 map and red on both 1 to 50,000 and Harvey's maps, a right of way on a map shows you where you are legally allowed to pass. Okay. Contrary to popular belief, it doesn't actually show you a physical track on the ground. A physical track is shown with a black dashed line, and where the two are shown together there should be a track there and you are legally allowed to go there. The green on its own just shows where you are legally allowed. Of all the features on the map, the contour lines are the most reliable. That's because the shape and steepness of the land doesn't really tend to change much over time unless something really drastic happens. Contour lines confuse many people, so a basic understanding of how they work really helps to get to grips with the shape of the land. A contour line joins points of equal height above sea level, so this imaginary line winds through the countryside, and the line as it moves marks out spurs sticking out from hills, marks the lines of valleys, marks hilltops. So not only can we tell how high we are above sea level and how steep the ground is, but also the landform shapes themselves. If we look at this imaginary hillside with string taking the place of the contours, we can see how this works. Here, a valley is shown by the V or the U shapes pointing upwards towards the higher ground. A spur has the same kind of shape but points away from the high ground. The top of a classically shaped hill is filled with concentric circles or ring contours, while the dip here between two high points, known as a saddle, makes a more easily passable route than heading over the top of either summit. Looking back on our map, we can see that the contour lines on this side of the hill are much closer together than on the opposite side, meaning that this side is the steeper of the two. I hope you found this mini-series of navigation videos helpful. Now's the time to get out into the countryside and enjoy the outdoors. If you do have any questions, do get in touch, we're always happy to help.